All right, folks. The last show of the year, the Sunday Hangover. Does the great one have a hangover? You damn right I got a hangover. A little bit too much of that good old Irish whiskey there, you know? Hell, had me seeing leprechauns and stuff. I'm just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. Had that nice cigar, you know. And you know what, folks? I'm also pissed. You want to know why? For two reasons. Number one, if you saw the Orange Bowl, and I know Lamar, you saw that Orange Bowl, right? 60-3. So you leave out the Gators, you put the Seminoles in its place, and they get their backs blown out, you know? I mean, and believe me, coming from a gay person, I know what it's like seeing someone's back being blown out. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Seminoles got their back blown out. That's one thing. Number two, if y'all saw that Lions game and stuff, the Lions game and the Cowboys, number 68 reported in. He ran right up to him there. And you're going to call him for illegal touching like he didn't report. He reported in. It's on film. But here's the biggest thing, folks. I'm going to tell you this right now. I think the game was fixed. I think there was gambling going on. Here's the reason being. You're at the 2-minute warning. Dallas is up by 4. Why in the world are you going to air out the ball? You could have ran a couple of running plays. The game would have been over. What, 2 or 3? Instead, he's up there throwing Hail Mary passes, you know? Hail Mary passes, and you're already winning the game, and you got less than 2 minutes left? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Somebody was trying to pay off some gambling debts. That was some BS right there. You know what I'm talking about, Lamar. You guys know what I'm talking about. You played football before. If you're at the 2-minute warning, folks, all you need to do is run some run plays, and that was it. That game would have been already over. And then I don't know what kind of formation they had to let the Lions score, but it's like they let them score, you know? That game was all messed up. But, folks, that's my rant for today. Not going to play any videos, naturally, so this is just pure Q&A. So I'm going to get a little light music going. And just feel free to ask me anything. Make sure you smash the like button and do whatever. You know the routine. I don't even feel like saying it because I'm so pissed. You know? I mean, yesterday, as far as football is concerned, it was just effed up. Hey, that guy. How you doing? I'm always on time. I'm a very scheduled type person. See, I ain't even have time to make my I didn't have time to make my Bloody Mary, so I'm just going to use a little bit of my leftover French press coffee I made this morning with breakfast. Folks, if you want to impress the bitches out there in the morning after you've done tan their cheeks, if you manage to bring home a woman and you want to impress them, make her some French press coffee, you know? Yes, I went and purchased a little bit of music, so folks, you can thank Pugman for the music there. It didn't cost much, you know, or anything. It was like 99 cents, but thought I'd add a little bit. Nah, don't do the pour over. Do a French press if you're with someone. You want to know why? Because of the show. It's all about the presentation, you know? That's what it's really all about. It's not about, it makes a good cup of coffee, but it's not so much about the coffee. It's about the presentation of things. It steps up your game, you know, pretty much. Yeah, I may collab with Big Lenny. Here's one of those other pieces. Let me turn that up for you.
I knew I had to make a change, discovering my light just outside of your shade. And you, doing the things you do, try to dim the things that makes
No video reviews today. It's just straight Q&A, folks. Just to hang out. That's it. It's New Year's Eve. I'm not going to define my New Year's Eve by some silly-ass Greg Doucette video or my cousin Vegan Gains or anything like that. I mean, there's only one video that I think I'll play. I'm going to play it right now. There, I've done and my video review on that is that is still the funniest short that I've seen. I love that short. So there's your video review for today. Well, I only do 2 React live streams, which is on Tuesday and Friday. But practically all my other live streams are pretty much Q&A, I bet just one video. You're eating breakfast with Rent on? Oh. So you did decide to watch Rent. It is an animal. Mm-hmm. You know, and Pugman educated me on this. This is one of the most deadliest birds out there. I wouldn't want to be around it. It looks huge and scary. I'll tell you guys one thing. First off, this says this is my teacup, so I wasn't paying any attention. And as you could tell, I've had it for a very long time. I've had this cup since I was married. My ex-husband bought me this cup, actually. In fact. I'm surprised I haven't broken it. You're training tomorrow at 6 a.m.? I'm going to train at home probably all of next week because, you know, everyone's going to be trying to squeeze in their New Year's resolution. And every time I come there at the sports club, it's pretty bad. No parking or anything. So I'm going to wait until it dies out within a week. Either that or come there super early. Oh, yeah, Andy. I mean, these things can cut you up and kill you. Oh, Lamar, I'm not drinking champagne just yet. In fact, I probably won't drink champagne tonight. I'll probably drink Riesling, or depending. I don't know if I'll go to someone's party or not. Probably not. Oh boy. You know, the one other thing that I had the other day, it's been slow all this month as far as sales are concerned. And next thing you know, everything just piles the fuck in yesterday and today. All the orders. Just everyone decides to just order everything at the end of the year. Reason being is because I guess they're trying to pay off their Christmas presents, but then they realize, hey, I need this, I need that, I need that, and they're up there. They were calling me up like hell yesterday and yelling at me, but that's all right, folks. That's part of business. So my New Year's resolution, folks, is to continue to bring more mint. So in the comments below, tell me what your New Year's resolution is. Okay? I make my own How do you make your own pre-workout? I mean, you can have coffee and then add a little cocoa or so. But give me the recipe there. So, of course, alpha males go to parties. Alpha males is not where you go; it's what you've done in life. That's what it's all about, Showcase. It's the things that you've done in life that determines whether you're an alpha male or not. I only brought up the alpha male part because McCluck and Cuban were calling themselves a bunch of alpha males, you know. And so, therefore, I have to define to people what that is, you know. Now, naturally, people don't go around and call themselves alpha male. I mean, real alpha males, like myself, do not walk around calling other people alpha males or considering themselves that, you know. I mean, the whole idea simply is if you've done a job that is dangerous or have done an activity that's likely to get you fucked up pretty bad, that's pretty alpha, you know? That's making alpha moves, you know? Has nothing to do with wielding a gun, shooting off a gun, hunting, unless you skin your own animal. It has nothing to do with boxing or anything like that, you know? That's not alpha. Doesn't have anything to do with growing your beard or shaving with a straight razor, you know. People have the wrong idea as far as to what alpha is. And I'm just be honest with you. It's not how you dress. You know, it's not how you look. It's about the things that you have done, the personal things that you have done in life that determines whether you're an alpha or not. Has nothing to do with marriage, Showcase. I want you to listen up again. It has to deal with the specific activities that you've done in life. Have you done any dangerous jobs? Have you done jobs to where you can seriously get hurt or killed? That's what alpha is all about. Not any of this other crap that goes around. Growing beard, shaving straight razor, boxing, and stuff like that, you know. That's not being a man. Nothing personal. I'm gonna get a membership for Richard's channel. No, don't get a membership for my cousin's job. I mean, what do you get with your membership? The only thing you have access to is all the previous live streams that he's done. And he's done the same damn live stream that he's done every single day. I mean, all of his live streams are practically the same format and stuff. It's ridiculous. It's a continuation of bull, you know? No, John Zick, it's not that neither. The only thing that defines alpha, in my opinion, some people's opinions may vary. The one thing that is alpha, in my opinion, is when you have committed to an activity or job that can get you seriously injured or killed. That's my definition of alpha. Nothing else. College football, U.S. military, you know, corrections officer, police officer. If you go overseas and fight in Ukraine as a private mercenary, that's really alpha. That's also crazy too. It's crazy, but it's alpha. Because you know what? You probably are going to get killed. No, that's not alpha, that guy. So I want you to listen back again. When you accept a job or do something that you know can get you seriously injured or killed, that's my definition of alpha. Nothing else. Yes, Dale did go airborne. No, he just got hurt. Not alpha. If you're working construction up on a tall building, yeah, that is, because you could seriously get messed up. First responders, absolutely. If you're a firefighter, yeah, that's an alpha job. Yeah, roofing is pretty. I mean, you can fall. I mean, there's plenty of people that fall off and break their neck or get killed from roofing. Eating tuna out of a can is a bodybuilder. That's my favorite thing to do. Whenever I was dieting down and stuff, I would just crack open a can and just eat out of it and get my meals in. Is taking mandate? I don't know what you mean. You need to be more specific, Andy. But enough of the alpha stuff here. You know, enough of that. Y'all supposed to be telling me what your New Year's resolution's gonna be. So in the comments below, tell me, what is your New Year's resolution? Do I think Diddy did that with TD Jakes? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that ever happened, but I can understand why TD Jakes was accused of it. You see, TD Jakes is one of the most litigious, his church is one of the most litigious churches out there. They sue everybody. And when you're so litigious and you sue everyone, they actually got a copyright claim against me on my business channel, the Home Business King channel, you know? That's right. TD Jakes' church went after me. Me. So when you're so litigious there, Lamar, yeah, you're gonna, I mean, people are more than likely to believe the stuff that you hear. It's no different than Thermolife, you know? Thermolife, you know, they used to have a great company. I used to sell their supplements. But then they started suing people, you know? When you're so litigious there, Lamar, you end up with the downside is when you try to go and sue everyone, the downside is that you get a bad reputation. So when this accusation comes out, anyone that TD Jakes sued or his Pottsville church, it's just going to be amplified. I can guarantee if he wasn't so litigious, people would just ignore it. No, I wouldn't date Diddy. Your New Year's resolution? Well, mine's actually the same. I don't really call getting a job a resolution for me, but yeah, I will be working next year. It's time. It's time, you know. Time to continue to put money into my retirement account. It's not enough just to be able to pay bills, which I'm able to easily pay my bills with my job and, with my business and have some money left over for spending and everything. But I want to build a retirement fund, you know, which I can easily do, you know. To break character and be the man that I've admired in every. Okay, do your thing. If your arms are already 20 inches, that's already pretty big. So yeah, I don't think an extra inch would be too noticeable, but but good deal. What do you think of opening a music studio? If you have the aptitude and desire for doing music, absolutely, that's what you should be doing. Showcase. The issue with the Powerhouse Gym is they just opened it up with and didn't have enough money to actually truly run it. Oh, good deal. That's what you should be doing there. You should do what you're talented at doing. I mean, the best way to make money is to follow your talents, not what other people tell you. People always, and this is why people get into so much trouble with places like Robinhood. They try to trade stocks to get money and stuff like that. Let me tell you guys something. Do you know why I don't use Robinhood? Because I'm pretty mediocre to average in trading stocks. No joke. It's not my talent. It's not my forte. My ability is to build websites, do live streams, although, I do this for fun for the most part. Do customer service, customer relations, do presentations and stuff, and market. Those are my talents. And, the fact of the matter is I need to stick to it. Now, I was a personal trainer at one time, and I can go back into personal training. I still have that aptitude to do that. But the best way for anyone to make money is to follow their strengths. If you're an artist, paint some pictures. If you are a rapper, keep rapping. Get them commas up. That's how you get the comma. That's how you're gonna get your commas in 2024, folks. Because here's the thing: if you're not good at stocks, don't play with them. See, Robinhood makes money off stupid people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Robinhood and these other little stock trading apps, they make money off stupid people. Really stupid people. They just think that they could throw some money at something. They don't do any research, and they end up losing their money. That's why Robinhood is making multi-millions upon millions of dollars off of stupid people. And the best part about it is it's not a pyramid scheme or anything. Well, Showcase, the thing about it is that you're supposed to have at least some credit there. And no, you can't. When it comes to Powerhouse Gym, you have to remember it's a franchise, so it has requirements as far as equipment is concerned. You have to have a specific amount of equipment based upon the franchise. So you don't have a choice as far as to how much equipment you're going to open up with. I'm just going to be honest with you, that just doesn't work. Ultimately, he had the money to open up everything with all the equipment, but just didn't have enough money just to continue it. Lamar, I don't think it ever happened. I'm going to be honest with you. Because if that happened, that would have been outed many years ago. But on the other hand, we got Bill Cosby there. I mean, but one thing's for sure, Lamar. If he did do it, then I guarantee that he lives by the name Bad Boy Records because he's been a bad boy. Now, folks, there's nothing wrong with being a homosexual or anything like that, but you should come out the right way. I mean, you heard what happened to Dwight Howard, right, Lamar? Sometimes you either come out of the closet nicely or you just get thrown the heck out, you know. As far as Dwight Howard is concerned, someone just planted some plastic explosives in his closet and just blew him out of the freaking closet. But if Diddy did it there, Lamar, he should just come clean. I don't plan on trading stocks or any of that. Well, if you don't have the aptitude or talent for it, then don't trade stocks. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have the aptitude to trade stocks, or you're just not willing to learn how to trade stocks, then don't do it. Because like I said, companies like Robinhood make money off stupid people. Investing and trading in stocks are not for amateurs. Polo stocks are up. The thing about that is that, you know, every stock is going to go up and down, you know. The way you win at trading is depending on where you catch it, you know. Are you going to do a short, or are you just going to do a straight investment, you know? That's just the whole thing. Speaking of which, let's see where my Verizon stocks are at. The only reason why I bought so much Verizon stock was simply because as an employee, I was able to get it on the cheap. Yeah, it's pretty bad. At the time I had it, when I left my job, it was trading at about $50. It's trading at $37.70. So it's pretty bad. I mean, it did raise a little bit, but oh well. My New Year's resolution is to destroy my liver by... No, you don't want to do that. I know you got an image of Big Lenny having his OD and everything like that, but, you know, you want to preserve your liver. My New Year's resolution is to make $1,000 and party up for the New Year's. Well, you want to strive for a higher amount, unless I'm reading that wrong, Lamar. Do you want to spend $1,000 on New Year's? That'd be pretty hard to do, unless you're throwing a big party. Why are they dropping? Pugman, it's simply because the problem is that Verizon is still charging a premium service, and what it used to be was that for that premium service you had things like US customer based service, you know, short wait times and quality of service. But I think Verizon stretched itself out too thin. You know, one of the problems that I saw that was coming, for example, was the purchasing of TracFone. So we purchased TracFone, we purchased all these other companies, we got Visible. The company's just overextended. Not only that, there's just been poor decisions made in the off-ramp. I mean, the only good thing that was actually done was that the C-band was actually purchased. I think that was a pretty good idea. purchasing all those C-band from the government and everything for phone service. But other than that, the decisions since then, especially the other things that they've done, legacy plans to where people were paying like $19 every month. They decided to tack on a $5 surcharge to those legacy plans. So that caused a lot of people to leave, Pugman. The biggest thing is whenever they imported all the jobs away from India, what happens when you scrap everyone's job? The employees that were fired or terminated are going to shit on the company. When you have a bad reputation, Pugman, that stuff spreads like wildfire, I think what happened was Verizon, because they've sent everyone home from work, I guess they figured that, it'd be a good time to get rid of everyone, and they didn't think, because they're not technically closing down centers, that they can just sneak past it, but they were wrong. But that's the gist as far as to why the stock's dropping. And I know I went on and on about it, but as an employee of Verizon that still gets all the information from my old ex-workers, I have a better understanding as far as the stock's concerned. I'm hoping it'll go back up, That's also a factor as far as to why I'm going back to work, as well. In order to save for retirement, because obviously my stocks in Verizon, since they're going down, I've probably lost close to maybe $40,000 in value on my stock just from that. It's pretty bad. Did I lift today? I barely woke up today. I barely had enough strength to actually make breakfast. Well, Lamar, if it was... The thing about it is that when it comes to... If it was any other movie, if it was like a horror movie or something like The Human Centipede, I don't think it would really matter. But, we're talking about Marvel superhero movies that appeal to kids. So... With kids, there's a squeaky clean image that you have to hold up to, I think it more or less has to deal with the fact that Disney wants to keep a squeaky clean image when it comes to their Marvel superheroes and stuff. Yep, Pug, it's just wrong. Stay away from Bitcoin. Stay away from cryptocurrency. It's just too volatile. That thing just jumps up and down. It's just unpredictable at this point in time. I don't like unpredictable, folks. I've already lost some money anyway a couple of years ago in cryptocurrency. Now, I will say this here, getting back to I did lift yesterday. And I'll probably get some water. I'll probably lift this afternoon, but I've just not got to it yet. I barely woke up. But I'm going to do a couple back exercises and stuff and get a little bit of cardio in on the Bowflex. I know, Lamar. I saw the whole thing. But you have to understand, men get treated a lot differently than women, You see, society doesn't care if women beat the hell out of men. The minute that men beat the hell out of women or is suspected of it, you know, that's a common thing with the sexes. Women are perceived differently than men. That's just something, Lamar, as a man, we gotta deal with, you know. So there's two elements. One, he's a man. You know, if there's any indication that if she goes and accuses him of assaulting, she's gonna be believed because she's a woman. I mean, think about it for a minute. When it comes to a woman, when it comes to a divorce, the woman usually keeps the kids. The woman usually takes more than half of the money, even if she didn't input practically nothing in it. But she'll take about half of it. You remember that old rap song? She took half of everything I own. Go, 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 go. Well, Lamar, you don't win. Remember what I've said before about disengaging? You just got to disengage from situations like that. There's nothing that he could have really done. It's just one of those. It's just one of those situations, you know. And Pugman knows what I'm talking about. You remember that? You remember that person I was talking about that was, you know, crazy and everything, Pugman, that I messaged you about? He knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to disengage from situations like that. I think Jonathan should have disengaged from that woman the minute she started being crackers. You know what I mean? Don't stick around a crazy woman. The minute she starts making any type of indication of accusations, toss that bitch out, you know? Like Nino Brown says, cancel that bitch. I'll buy another one. Jonathan Majors should have bought another one. Should have canceled the bitch. That's how he would have won the situation. She just wasn't loyal, you know what I mean? Well, Lamar, I would have never got to that point. I would have never gotten to that point, but at that point in time, Lamar, I would have left just like he did, you know? I would have done the same thing Jonathan Majors did, Lamar. Knowing that I'm going to still get fucked. So, I mean, Jonathan Majors did the right thing, Lamar. I'm not saying he didn't do the right thing. It's what's called an unwinnable situation. You can't win. You know? It's like going to the poker table and your hand has already been dealt. But I would have done the same thing Jonathan Majors would have done, Lamar. But he was in a no-win situation, unfortunately. Yes, I said, yep, definitely at the beginning of the show, thank Pugman. Pugman's done a lot in order to help build up the show this year. So definitely big props to him. Of course he was set up, Lamar. I told you there's differences in genders. I mean, it's a gender difference. It's things that we have to put up as a man, you know? I would have done the same thing. Like I said before, I would have done the same thing Jonathan Majors did. But I'm going to still end up losing. He was just in a lose-lose situation. That happens. Because he's a man, half dollar. Of course he lost, even if he won in court. Quick pump, it doesn't make any difference what Jonathan Majors would have done. I mean, he ran away from he ran away from her. And she probably ended up she injured herself. But usually in a case to where a woman accuses a man of beating her or assaulting her, most people are just going to naturally believe it, which they did. I mean, that's what us men got to deal with. If you don't want to deal with it, maybe you should transition. Oh boy. That was a horrible joke. I shouldn't have told that one. Yeah, but who's going to keep your sheets warm at night there, Lamar? But I mean, another thing that he did, what he could have not done, Lamar, is try to talk to her on the phone. And I've said this on my live streams before. Don't talk on the phone and don't talk to the cops if you're in a situation. Only talk to your lawyer, you know? Y'all remember that video with Big Lenny when he was stopped by mall security? And he was up there kept continuing to run his mouth and stuff? If you're in a situation like that, Jonathan Major still would have been fucked. I'm going to be honest with you. But one thing that really messed him up is the fact that he was talking to her on the phone. Don't talk. If you're in a somewhat quasi-legal situation, do not disengage and do not talk to that person any further until you talk to an attorney. If the police stops you, don't talk to them. If they're asking you about a crime, don't talk to them, you know? And definitely don't give them your phone and have them go search through it. Yeah, I mean, any type of specific spam, it's going to block out, so I'm not sure exactly what you sent there. That's just the YouTube algorithm. Do I have any recipes for any weight gaining shakes? Not really, because I don't believe in weight gaining shakes at all, you know. I mean, most of the weight gaining shakes that are marketed out there have a bunch of sugar in it. And most of it's going to come out of your ass anyway. But if you need to gain some weight or so forth, you need to do two things. You need calories and you do need water. But you should be tearing up T-bone steaks, you know, potatoes, beans, you know, and stuff. Hearty stuff that's going to actually put on some weight and do some heavy lifting. Once you do that heavy lifting, your body's going to need those calories in order to sustain itself, you know. And muscle is going to always be heavier than fat. What bodybuilder used to do butter shakes? I can't remember. I've heard of butter shakes before. Yes, rice is definitely in my diet. Actually, I went out and bought some more. I bought another sack of rice. Usually I'll have either a cup of oatmeal a day or a cup of rice a day. But I keep my carbohydrates pretty low. Big Lenny did butter shakes? Okay. I knew some other famous bodybuilder took them. But you need carbohydrates in your diet, that guy. I mean, that's your energy. I used to do a lot of the ketogenic diets, but I stopped doing it because it was messing with my blood sugar levels. All right, folks, 15 minutes left. Get your questions in. Y'all want to put anything in the collection plate, you can, but if anything, folks, make sure you smash that like button. But yes, we got 15 minutes left. I'm going to clean up the house a little bit, and I'm going to work out. Got to mop the floor. I think I'm going to mop the floors too. They don't really need mopping, but I'm just going to mop them anyway because I'm going to be watching the game. Then I'm going to head out and do something. Well, I have other carbohydrates as well, naturally through food. So I'll have about 100, ultimately I'll have about 100 grams of carbs a day. But yeah, I went from ketogenic to low carb. It used to be to where all I ate was just meat and vegetables, and that was it. That's okay. You got time to ask questions. There's still 15 minutes left. Will Kali Muscle live to 2025? It's possible. He can live to 2030, 2035. He's not doing well, but folks, nobody is guaranteed longevity in life. You can croak tomorrow, you know. You just try to live it as best as you can, and you don't try to do things that'll take you to an early grave as best as you can. But anyone can go at any day, so. I mean, there's people out there that have lived super clean, and guess what? They walk into a store and some gunman goes and guns them down. Or they slip and fall and run into get hit by a bus. Or they go and buy some mushrooms from a grocery store and they turn out to be destroying angels or death caps. That's the funny thing about life, you know. Or they just get on that airplane that just goes and... So stop worrying about longevity of life. The only thing you don't... When it comes to longevity, don't do things on purpose that will shorten your life specifically. But in general aspects of longevity of life, hey, anything can happen, you know. But what Kali Muscle, the issue I have with Kali Muscle is the activities that he's actually doing. He's not listening to his doctors. He's not taking the pills that they had prescribed him. And he's doing these stupid watermelon and pineapple fasts. It's almost like he's trying to commit suicide, you know. Upper body, lower body. You should eat more whole grains until you make it. I mean, I eat steel cut oats here. That's my whole grains. But my exercises are pretty classic, you know. Dumbbell presses, cable rows, cable this, you know, and stuff. But I switch it out. There's a variety of things I do. The key thing is I make sure I hit the body part that I'm working. Well, 300 grams of carbs a day is a lot, you know. You probably want to get a little bit more protein in. But that also sounds to me like you have a very high metabolism. I've done Sean G type workouts before, Lamar. And I mean, they definitely work, you know. I mean, there was you know, that actually reminded me, Lamar. One time I was doing a check on one of the pods. One of the inmates challenged me to a pull-ups contest, which I accepted. We did some pull-ups on the shower bar and stuff. And by the way, folks, in case you guys are wondering, it's not like that. It's not like the stuff that you see working in a prison or correctional facility is not the same as what you see on TV, you know. So I got about 10 pull-ups in, and he got in like 50. He just literally destroyed me in pull-ups, you know. But we did it on the shower. You know, the bar that goes between the shower. That's where we had our little pull-up contest. So, but yeah, I've done those workouts before. And I mean, they definitely do work there, no doubt. Yeah, whenever I worked as a correctional officer, you know, I mean, I'm gonna do what I need to do. If I'm gonna have to whoop up on someone or take someone down in intake, I'm gonna do what I have to do. But other than that, why am I gonna go? I'm not gonna go and mess with someone that ain't messing with me. If an inmate goes and greets me saying, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm gonna say, "Hey, what's up, man?" You know, I'm not gonna look down at him because he's an inmate, because I don't know what that person was in prison for. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was there intentionally. And the thing about it is, folks, only poor people go to prison. You know, it's a social class thing as far as prison is concerned. The wealthy stay out of prison. Most time the people that are in prison are just poor. All right, Matthew Valente with a $5 donation. Definitely appreciate that. Where is VG, your cousin? He's not been online since... I thought he streamed like 2 days ago. I thought he streamed 2 days ago. I'll have to actually check. I'll probably email him.
Where is VG Yokujan? He has not been online since Thursday.
Yeah, maybe if he's taking a break, then that's definitely a good thing. Hopefully he hasn't done nothing super crazy or anything, but he does need to take a break. But again, thanks for the donation. Happy New Year to you, FN. Did I see Sean G's latest live? He went into a quiet coffee shop with us. No, I didn't see it, and I'm definitely glad I didn't. How rude. If I owned that coffee shop, I would have thrown him out. I hate people like that. Aw, Frank, you want to marry me. I mean, if you marry me, you're going to have to take it up the ass. I'm going to just be honest with you. You're going to have to get the soul pole. No, we're not doing video reviews. This is just straight Q&A for another 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I think he meant Thursday, Lamar, because I think I saw my cousin stream on Thursday. Yeah, I would almost say that PJ has less money than Aaron. But I mean, if you're willing to take it up the ass, I mean, hey, all right, we got business. No, he's not a millionaire, Lamar. I mean, he has a lot of money, I will give you that. A lot of these social media influencers that drive around with fancy cars and houses, the truth of the matter is most of that stuff is just rental shit, you know? They just rent the stuff. You know, I can actually rent out one of those big giant houses, and I have more than enough down payment. I have more than enough money to where I can drive around a $100,000 car for at least a year. I can show off the same stuff as these other people do, but I don't. You want to know why? Number one, it's superficial. Number two, it's fake. And if anything, number three, eventually I'll drain my bank account pretty quickly. But all of the showing off and everything, Lamar, it's just fake. You know, just a bunch of rentals. That reminds me almost of Flex Wheeler. Flex Wheeler was one of the biggest examples. That and Silvio Samuel. He was also a big one too. About flashing rentals, you know. Unless you actually own the car and you're making and stuff like that straight out. If you're buying your car straight out, okay, you a baller. But if you're making car payments and stuff, not so much, because anyone can make car payments. Anyone. I got some friends that work at freaking Walmart. They make $10 an hour, and they're driving around in a $40,000 car. And their phone costs $1,500. They're barely getting by, but hey, you know, from the outside and everything with the fancy clothes, you would think they're rich. No, they're not rich, but they're bitch. They're gonna be the bank's bitch. The workout gym, I don't know the situation with that, but he's definitely not a millionaire. But I've seen some of this stuff. No, I don't think he had it, you know. No. No, Lamar. Why in the world would you say that you custom build a workout gym? I mean, like I said, if anyone that purchased gym equipment from me, you know, they can make monthly payments on it through me. I finance, you know, my equipment. So someone can buy $100,000 worth of equipment from me, and I would give them financing for about $1,500 a month for 4 or 5 years. You know, everything, Lamar, in life can be financed and rented. That guy, we're not reviewing videos. You'll have to wait till Earl Grey Tuesday. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely gonna clean today. That's for sure. Who's playing today anyway? Not sure. Oh, okay, that guy. I got confused. My bad. All right, folks. It is 2:00 p.m. and that is the end of the New Year's Eve special of The Hangover. I want to thank Matthew for donating. I always want to thank, of course, Pugman for taking good care of me here. I want to thank everybody else for joining me and smashing that like button. You guys stay safe this New Year's Eve. And remember, folks, if you drink a little bit too much, make sure that you get a Uber home. Do not try to drive. Do not drink and drive, folks. I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not drink and drive. I want to make sure that you guys are around for Tuesday's Earl Grey Tuesday. And you're not going to be around if you're dead or if you're sitting in jail because you got a DUI. Just saying. So make sure you stay safe tonight. If you drink a little too much, make sure you get a Uber or cab home. I don't know if they do cabs anymore or not, but you guys get my drift, you know. And even if you have a designated driver, if your designated driver's been drinking, then he's no longer a designated driver. Okay? Make sure you don't want to have the same thing that happened with the Ryan Dunn situation. So make sure you get an Uber. Stay safe tonight, folks. Don't get yourself killed, you know, okay? But again, I'm out of here. And as always, peace and soul.